This is a great scripture because Jesus is talking about himself. He says, I and the Father are one. Get loud? Yeah. Loud. Oh, you're loud. Like the heck job. Confident. Hardworking. Yeah, these are all great attributes. These are all great attributes. So I'm going to tell you guys a story about a leader that I really like to follow, that actually a bunch of people really enjoyed following. So
in Young Life Anchorage, we go after the unreached. We go where teens are and earn the right to be heard. We share the gospel in terms teenagers can understand, and we follow up.
Started in April of 2021.
Yep.
And what drew you to Young Life?
Actually, a different leader who was in Young Life at the time. We just moved to Anchorage in 2020, and we didn't have a community set up here yet. And through a women's conference at Change Point, I met a young adult woman there, and I gained some confidence to go and talk to her, and she told me about Young Life. We ended up hanging out. She invited us to the spring retreat that the Young Life leaders had, and we took our entire family there, and the rest is history. We found a community out here that goes along with like interacting and investing in high school students.
So May of 2019. So it was a kind of a funny story as Caroline and I would, another mentor, would come to Cassandra's house, and we would bring, I don't even know what we'd bring, diapers or something, or snacks, and we would say hi and then do that a few times, and then maybe a month later I started asking Cassandra if she wanted to come to our Monday night, different events that we have, and she would say, I'm not sure, no, or maybe, and then I think maybe 3 months or 4 months later, she finally said, sure, I'll come. And then the first time she was really quiet, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is so overwhelming. She's never gonna come back because it gets busy with all the moms and all the kids, and it's just busy and fun, and there's a lot going on. And so I thought, oh, well, I'm glad she came, but that's probably the last time she's gonna hang out with us. But no, then she started coming every single time, and now anytime we have any event, she comes with us.
I would say that joining Young Life has really shaped the way that I see what it means to be a disciple, or even what it means to be a Christian, really. Like, just getting to serve with other Young Life leaders, and the constant challenge of both going where teens are at and entering into their lives, but also inviting them to enter into my life, and just like bringing them into my home, or saying like, hey, I'm going grocery shopping, you want to come with me, and just these like basic life things, and learning what it looks like to walk alongside each other at totally different spots in our Christian walk, but doing it together. That has really changed the way that I see my Christian walk and my discipleship journey. I used to kind of feel like there were all these different parts of my life, and there was the church part, and there was the Young Life part, and there was the work part, and doing Young Life, it just doesn't really work like that. Like, they just all have to come together, and I think that's really beautiful, and that's how Jesus intended for it to be.
What I like about Young Life is that we all connect, and we can say things we don't really talk about, and since I've been here, I like it because I can talk my feelings out to anybody without being judged, or without them telling other people about it.
Between Young Life and the other groups would be, I think it's more of reaching out to the farthest student and having them come in to just, you know, inviting them to, you know, club and just like playing games and just like getting to know everybody.
I guess I really like how it's not just always human Bible, and there's also like time for fun, but then you can also really dive deep into scripture as a group. And I think that's one of the really cool things about Young Life is that you get a little bit of both and it's well-rounded.
If you don't want it to be, but just being consistent with these girls and just showing them God's love. I mean, if we're not, who is? So
yeah, consistency, touching in with them. You know, they just want to feel loved and feel like people are going to be around to stay and that they care.
I think you make a lot of new friends. Definitely. And it's fun and it's like something to do, on like a Monday night, and I think it's really good to like come and meet new people, especially from different high schools that you don't usually get to meet. So I think it's really nice, and then we all get to come together and like play games, and then if you really start enjoying it more, then you can come and join our like campaigners and stuff, and it's really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. And then you get to have a lot of friends that have like the same beliefs as you, so you can like talk to them about it and like share your views, and it's like really nice to get to know them. So yeah.
When they started involving God, me getting closer to Him, and to change the way I am and who I was.
I'd like to see myself in a stable home with a good paying job and my children all smart and happy.
In school.
And also I'd like to see them like bond together, that's what I'd like to see in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Like to see how they turn out in a couple of years.
I hope their bond right now is just as strong as it is going to be in a couple of years.
One of my big prayers over the past like few years has been, how can I be an example for those Christians that are in a public space? And so the way I've gone about it is I've just been really bold. Pretty much most people at Diamond, most students know I'm a Christian. I've explicitly said it. It has never actually been a problem. Most teachers, I'm pretty sure, know I'm a Christian too. And as long as I'm not pushing an agenda on them, but I'm just genuinely loving them and caring for them and being open, then they actually tend to want to tell me all about their lives. Part of that is my counseling is very open and welcoming, and so they come into my office a lot and spend time there. And I get to hear about their lives, and then I get to encourage them to come to Young Life if they want, and then if they even don't want, at least they have an adult there who kind of knows their struggles and empathizes with that, and can at least shower them with a holy, pure, perfect love that's only possible because I am a believer and I understand what like a Christ-like love is.
I just love that it models Jesus of going to people and the people who are on the margins of our society, usually the people that are often overlooked.
Community is where we get healing, where we have family, a safe place to stumble and fall and have people help you back up again. All that to say, if you want to grow and mature into Christ-likeness, community is once again non-optional. Spiritual formation occurs primarily in the context of community. Long-term interpersonal relationships are the crucible of genuine progress in the Christian life. People who stay, grow. People who leave do not grow. It is a simple but profound biblical reality that we both grow and thrive together, or we do not grow much at all.